Hey, Shakti, what's up? So that was Margari Tingalallava, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I think Kartigai just started 3 days back.
Yes.
Okay, so Margari is just about another month away. Okay, are we good to start?
Yes.
Great. Hello, everyone, all listeners across all locations. Welcome back to Quick Brain, the minimalist show that simplifies learning concepts. And what are we going to do today? Is something very, very special. This is your RJ Rudhra on DC Live, where we care, we share, and we are on air. It's 5:30 p.m. on this Thursday evening, and today we're on the show Quick Brain, the Minimalist. Okay, we're going to simply talk about a term that pretty much you must have heard in your careers. I'm sure all of us have heard this in every place that we have come across. Innovation, correct? Innovative. Be innovative about it. And lateral thinking, people that have spoken about, be innovative. There's no innovation here. You got to be innovating. And this is like so hitting that how do we really make innovative thinking? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about how to make innovative thinking a habit. We're going to talk about innovating, how to think like an innovator. That's what we're going to talk about in the next few minutes. So let's understand first of all when people say innovative and innovative thinking. Okay. So let's start very basic, very beginning. Innovative thinking isn't just about creating the next big tech gadget, right? So that's what we will think about. Okay. Someone created a big tech gadget. That's innovative thinking. No, that is not all. It's a mindset shift. It's how you approach a problem, how you look at your daily tasks, and how you choose to respond to change. That's what I'm talking about as innovative thinking. It begins with a simple daily commitment to innovate every day. Just a small thought, a tiny adjustment. Okay. The first step is moving away from a fixed way of doing things. Okay. And that's called the innovative way. It means being open to be a better, faster, or simply different way to achieve your results. Okay. That's what we're talking about. So this is the foundation. It's about being willing to find new perspectives. That's what we're talking about in innovative thinking. Now let's look at some tools, some habits, some mindsets about innovators' mindset. Let's get into some practical habits and ways of thinking that the most creative people use. Okay. I've grouped a few powerful ideas, from whatever I could, I've known about and I've come across, and then group them into about three or four broad categories. The first one is about embrace the beginner's mindset. Second is the power of observation and curiosity. Third is connecting the dots, which is associative thinking. And lastly, the importance of psychological safety. These are the four things that I'm talking about today. Let's look at embracing the beginner's mindset. This is a very important thing. I'm going to spend a little bit of time. I think last week when I was talking about the the child in you asking a why, okay, that's I was talking about how many times a kid, the neighborhood kid or a kid within our family asks a why to us, and we have stopped asking a why. So, have you ever noticed how kids ask the best question sometimes for which you don't have an answer? That's the beginner's mindset that I'm talking about. If you're a subject matter expert, you might stop questioning the fundamentals. The beginner says, why is it done this way? What if we tried the opposite of it? To unleash innovation, you need to temporarily forget what you think you know. Look at a problem, a process, or a customer pain point as if you are seeing it for the very first time. This naturally leads to the need to change your perspective to find innovative solutions. Literally try to view the problem from a different department's angle, a customer's chair, or even a competitor's lens. Okay. That's the beginner's mindset that I'm talking about. Your why is it done this way, is what essential first question that you must be asking when you're doing something. That'll give you a habit of being that innovative mindset. Okay. The power of observation and curiosity. Okay. Innovation rarely happens in a vacuum, right? It often comes from paying attention. We need to observe and adapt to innovate. That means keeping your eyes open. Where are the current processes? What's happening? Where are people losing out on time? What are your customers getting stuck with? What are they not able to get done through you? That's the observation. And that should give you the curiosity, right? Sometimes curiosity can be an innate feature, but it is also trainable. We can learn strategies to follow your curiosities. Something at work makes you think that's odd, or I wonder why that happens. Stop and investigate. Don't let that thought pass. Jot it down and commit to finding out more. Following those small sparks of curiosity is the kindling for bigger ideas. Okay. The third one is associative thinking, which is connecting the dots. For an innovative mindset, you really need to find a pattern and connect the dots. So one needs to adopt the key trait of innovators, which is associative thinking. This means linking seemingly unrelated topics and concepts together. Think about where the idea for a car sharing service came from. It linked car ownership with a library style checkout system. So that's how it started. We can also boost your brain's ability to make innovative connections by intentionally exposing yourself to diverse ideas. Read something outside your field, talk to people from different departments, or even watch a documentary on a totally new subject. Your brain will start mixing and matching concepts on its own. And something very important, you need to feel secure, correct? When you're innovating, when you're discussing with the team. And that is called psychological safety. Innovation is risky, and risk requires a safe place to fail, not to succeed. If you're successful, that's fine. Innovation is risky, and risks require a safe place to fail. If you fail, you need that conducive environment and atmosphere for you to rise again. So you must nurture a psychologically safe environment to innovate. If people are afraid of being criticized or worried their idea will be ridiculed, they won't speak up. This applies to your own thinking too. If you shut down every half-formed idea, you're just creating an unsafe mental space. We need to break through the barriers holding you back from innovating, right? So often those barriers are fear of failure or fear of looking foolish, yeah, if I can use that word. The best way to overcome this is through versioning and prototype mindset. Don't aim for perfection, aim for version 1. Get unstuck by asking, what's the smallest, quickest thing I can create to test this idea? This allows you to fail small, learn fast, and keep moving. That's what is very important. The last bit of it is your turning innovation into reality, right? So what if you think? So what if you're able to ideate? So what if you're able to prototype? So we have the mindset and the tools right now. How do we make this a reality every day? Simple. It's always, there's a statement which goes through us. Fortune favors the brave. fortune favors the courageous. So innovation needs the boldness and the courage. It's time to adopt that mindset to innovate. Okay. Sometimes it's that you just be courageous enough to try something new. Also reminding boldness isn't about being reckless. It's not about recklessness. It's the willingness to be the first person to step out. Okay. Great way to practice this is by using a simple mental prompt, right? Or try asking yourself, what might be another thought way, right? I call that as an acronym WMBATW. What might be another thought way, right? Now, when you ask yourself this, it forces you past the safe small thoughts and to do another possibility. There's always more possibilities than you think. Lastly, your daily plan. It all comes down to the commitment. The final step is to create a plan to think innovatively every day. It doesn't have to be a 2-hour brainstorming session. Maybe it's taking 5 minutes at the start of your day to ask, how can I improve one small part of my routine today? Maybe spending 10 minutes to identify pain points to drive innovation. Looking for something that genuinely bothers you or a client and see it as an opportunity. Maybe it's simply committing to use collaboration and AI to tap into new perspectives this week. Or by asking a teammate or a generative tool for 5 alternative solutions to look at the way you're working or in your current project. Okay. Innovation is a habit. It's a muscle memory. So it's your brain. You train a brain to think like that. And that's how you will start working from there. Use it a little every day and over time, and it's going to get stronger. It becomes a habit. And when you have that habit, you get into the mindset of being an innovator. And you're the creator. That's what I'm talking about. All right, people. So any questions, anything that you may have, you can just go ahead and write to me and just drop me a message. I'll be more than happy to pick that. That's all the time we had for this week's Kwik Brain. Today we walked through essential thoughts of turning innovative thinking from a vision to a daily practice. Quickly summarizing it, we had 3 large areas. One of them is what is innovative thinking? It's about the mindset shift that you need. The innovators toolkit, which is to embrace the beginner's mindset, the power of observation and curiosity. Okay, the connecting the dots is another one. Okay, these are the 3 tools, and the fourth one is the psychological safety, giving you a mental space that safety. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not really succeed always. Lastly, turning innovation into reality, which is the courage that you need for yourself, and a consistent habit to follow the way you think every day. Okay, great, people. So with all of these, remember the key takeaways. Start small, be curious, ask the beginner's question, don't be afraid to prototype. That's how you start making innovative thinking a reality. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this discussion has sparked a few new ideas for you this week. Join me next Thursday at 5:30 p.m. for another session on building up a brain on Kwik Brain. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep innovating. I'm your host, Rudhra from Detach on DC Live, where we care, we share, and we are on air. Thank you and good evening. Thank you.